Summer wind came blowing in from across the sea. It lingered there to touch your hair. Walk with me. All summer long we sang a song and strolled the golden sand. Two sweethearts and the summer wind. Here we go, FBI agents here. Willie plays the game of Coconut. King Blood Widow, Naruto, Uchiha, Gamer Boy, Sheriff John, Andrew, Bavit. I might have said that close to right. Maybe. Headmaster Coon. Good to see you again. Inferno Bunny Gone is here. Wolverine's back in. Candace, Joshua Licks, Jose Pedro Meloneto. Oink is in. Jeff's in. Cthulhu's here. Jonathan Velez. All right. Wow. Looks like Susan graced us with some notifications. Wonder if she's going to allow thumbnails next. Get it because she took down my thumbnail. It's Free for All Friday. I apologize to you guys for having been doing obviously fewer of the just hang out and chat streams, and it's just because I've gotten you guys have seen that before. When I get, it's one of the reasons I hadn't been. When I get playing Minecraft, I get really involved with it. It really grabs hold of me. And that ends up being all I want to do. So, but Free for All Fridays are always going to be Free for All Fridays. Sorry, Minecraft. Adam says, would you slap your child for $2? If he was handy, I'm not going all the way over. Because we always had, hip racks was like a big thing here. But that's when he was right there and handy. If I start doing it now, I'm just going to spend the entire stream just walking back and forth across the room. Do I have a moral issue with slapping my child for $2? No, none. I'd slap myself for free, Lude. Sometimes I do it just to try and get things started in the mornings. Let's see. Alex says, I wonder if the reason why Peach doesn't put out is because she's a lesbian. I mean, why do you think she has Daisy with her at the end of Racist Mario? That's a possibility. I would like to think that she would be willing to play for both teams, though. That would make her even more awesome to me. Kiba, have you seen Bakugo versus Vegeta rap battle? No, I don't think I saw that one. I have to remember back. We did a few different anime character rap battles, but I don't think we saw that one. Woman says throw something. I don't give a fuck. Guys, we gotta hold off on the get Brax during the stream things. I don't have anything here I want to throw at him. It's all stuff that I use on my desk here. I think I know all the lyrics to Summerwind from Stream. I love Summerwind, John. It's been covered by so many people over the years. If you guys, if you're interested, you want to hear a good version of it, and I haven't heard it myself in years. It's got to be on YouTube, you would think. Nat King Cole, because Frank Sinatra did it, and I was like, meh. I think Elvis may have done it, but Nat King Cole is the one you want to listen to. He did it freaking awesome. Throw a mustache hair at him. No, that would hurt pulling the mustache hair out, Joshua. I'm not subjecting myself to pain. Finally got a mane trim. A huge weight is off my head, Poppy says. Yeah, my wife was so happy when she could get her hair cut again, Poppy. Surprisingly, throughout the entire lockdown and everything, I haven't had too much issue with getting haircuts. I don't know what's different about mine. Like says, get a bucket of rocks just for throwing its fast kid. Gordon says, y'all ran their joke into the ground. Well, it was one of the most recurring things we've ever had on a stream. Dragon Sphere says, hey, Curtis, what's up? I'm going to return to Patreon on August 1. New account, the same name. Miss being in touch with you on there? Cool. I'll be watching for you. Yeah, I got to figure out, too. Well, we got some time. I got to figure out what I'm placing at the $1 level once we get done with Dr. Stone. Thinking, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Thinking maybe doing season 2 of OPM. I really really anxious for him. Oh, this one, I just got this shirt too. Speaking of anime, this is one of my favorites I've gotten. Oh man, that's for those who don't know, that's one of the sponsored series we have going over at the Goosh, and I just Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. There's just something about that series. It's just captivating. And it's not just the dragon movies. I mean, the series, the characters, the story, all of it. I really, really like that. Dr. Stone is really good Dragon series. Yeah, agreed. Completely taken. Brax is really good about that. You know, he had been, along with you guys, had been promoting it to me for some time, saying how good it was, but he's good about not giving any tips or hints or anything. So I had no idea what to expect. And yeah, excellent storytelling. It's so much fun to go into an episode and you're psyched about watching the main character think. Kiva says, I believe that there needs to be a Brax versus Curtis rap battle. That might be one of the most depressing rap battles in history. Surprising, you know, with being the being the how do I word this? The slick happening dude that I am. I'm not much of a rapper, actually, because I decided to describe it as slick and happening. That would probably prove that I'm not much of a rapper. I should have said gangsta. Excuse me, guys. Little COVID for you. Punster says, hey, Curtis, I finally made it only a little late to a stream instead of 30 minutes late. Well, the thing is, too, Punster, we never know what Susan is going to allot for notifications anyway. So a lot of times it's not you guys' fault. Just give him a cheeky, innocent stab in the brain, Lick says. John says, if you guys rap battled, at least someone would go to jail. If there's any justice, yes. And probably both of us if there's any true justice. I do look pretty hood, don't I, Big Green? I know. I got that whole gangsta thing. I don't even have a gangster thing. I look like Thanos. I was going to try and describe what I look like. So I guess whatever your perception of Thanos would be, that's pretty much it right here. We just watched an episode of Gintama statue on episode 100 got sponsored over at the Goosh. And now that I've watched it, I know why, because it doesn't give anything away, but it gets you in touch with the characters somewhat and stuff. And it was really funny. It was really good. I know a little bit about Gintama. I knew that in the clips I had seen, it seemed like one of the best anime for combining humor, combining the comedy and the drama. So yeah, I wouldn't mind at all if Gintama got voted in over the Goose. I would be more than happy with that. It really seems fascinating to me. I tell you, the comedic moments in Dr. Stone, we're just talking about Dr. Stone, the comedic moments in there are really spot on as well. Watched a song called "I Sniffed a Girl and I Liked It." that's got to be a parody of Joe Biden, right? Just basing off title, it's almost has to be. I don't know. I can find out. Oh, nothing. No, nothing. He's watching videos. He's not gaming right now. He's just watching vids. Throw some scalp at him. We got a lot to spare. Unfortunately, that's true, John. Well, actually, no, I don't have a lot to spare because I've got a lot of skin up here, but I got a giant ass skull, so I need it all. There's no redundancy there. I told you guys before, the one emergency room doctor described it as me having a football helmet under my skin. Catholic priest, what about, oh, you're asking something of Wolverine? Well, if it was about Joe Biden, it wouldn't be girl, it'd be kid. Yeah, oh, that's true, Chrome. It could be a lot more overreaching. Get. Brother, he says Gintama has to be one of the only shows where I would recommend watching the filler. It's just every episode from the first has elements of making you laugh to the point your side start to hurt. Yeah, again, the little bits and pieces I've seen, plus now episode 100, looks really good. George says, what do you think about Tyson fighting Roy Jones? I'm on board. I don't care how old they are. I'm on board for that. And having seen, that if nothing else, Tyson still got some fury. You got some pop in those fists. Yeah, see, the thing is, Roy Jones is a brilliant fighter, but the skills he relied on get taken away quicker with age than do the skills that Tyson relied on, which was head movement and just brute force. So I think it's kind of a scary proposition for Roy, but yeah, I'd be watching that. Absolutely. Lou says $2 OPM would be cooler if we're done catching up on stuff. I do recommend Seven Deadly Sins. It's been a long time coming. I've got a whole list of series that I keep to consider. That's one of them that's on there. Yes, I remember some Simi before its creators banned bad words. Yeah, John. It's hit and miss now with Simi. Sometimes we'll go on the app and he's the typical old creepy psychotic Simi calling you all kinds of names and propositioning you, which of course I like. And then other times he's just been completely nerfed. So I can't keep up with what they're doing with him. Tyson will win by an early round knockout. If I had to make a prediction, yeah, that's where I'd be, Brother E. Again, and not to take anything away from Roy Jones, it's just once more the things that, and trust me, I've gone through it all because I'm an old fart. The things that he relied on in his fighting career, those things are taken away more quickly and severely by age than are the things that Tyson relies on. Alexa says, hey, Curtis, do you like horror movies? If so, what's your favorite horror movie and horror antagonist? I like any movie, just like what I've said with anime or any form of entertainment. If it's good, I don't care about genre. As long as it's a good story. And my favorite horror movie is name's going out of my head. The Shining. I just think Jack Nicholson was so freaking literally insanely good in that movie. He just made the whole thing, but that was really good. We'll fall. Yes, we'll bang. Okay, always. Always. You can keep punching power almost your whole life. Yeah, anime, Dolphin. I mean, even with mine, when I'm in there hitting the bag, it's certainly ebbed. I can't hit as hard as I could have 20 years ago, 30 years ago. But the drop off of punching power isn't nearly what the drop off of speed and reaction time has been. That's where you really get hurt with age. Chrome says, God totally murdered One Punch Man hard. There was so much hype and excitement with season 1 that they threw it to a trash studio for season 2 for the animation, and no one brings it up now. I know the conversation around One Punch Man season 2 certainly died off from the conversation and the hype surrounding its release, which is never a good sign. And unfortunate, because I really love One Punch Man. I think a lot of you guys did. Excuse me. Tony says, do you play Tekken? I'd love to have a game with you or Spazboy. I've never played Tekken, Tony. All the years it's been out, I've never played that one. Nothing against it, just never caught my attention enough to play it. Nope, never played that once. Morgan says, sup, Uncle Curtis, I expect sticky stuff. Oh, Morgan, you know it. Yeah, and Morgan, you know as well. It's Friday, so it's the primo sticky stuff. Plus, sticky stuff is, as you guys know, sticky stuff is not dispersed at the end of gaming videos, only at the end of chat videos. Now, I've been gaming all week, so the sticky stuff has had extra time to ferment, and it has had extra time to be brewed to perfection. Today's sticky stuff is just going to be the stuff of legend. No question. I say with all humility. Curtis, you should check out George Carlin and Complete List of Impolite Words. I've seen that, Chester. I've seen most anything George Carlin's done. Let's see. Lude says, mind you, OPM season 2 just faded away into the background, which isn't good, but at least it doesn't get trash talked or shitted like other anime with bad animation. So it seems like a hit and miss. That's true too. I would agree with that as far as what I said about conversations. It's not like I've heard people. I haven't heard a lot of people disrespecting OPM 2. I just didn't hear nearly as much about it once it came out as I had prior to it coming out. The hype just seemed way bigger than the reaction, is what I'm trying to say. trying to get to. Wolverine says, when are you doing the vid of the Gooshers? That actually, it's going to come up. That's actually a song video. And of all things, while my wife and I were away at Niagara Falls, I don't know what I did. I don't know if I just slept wrong or something like that. This like tendon that runs this down the side of my neck was like stretched out and sore, and it was affecting my voice somewhat, and it was my speaking voice, and I couldn't sing anything at all, and it's just getting better. So that'll be coming up, but I had to wait for that to go. That's never happened to me before. I still don't know what the hell caused it. Maybe I'm sleepwalk and do male prostitution, and something went wrong there. So I don't know. Sujil says, I already smoked my sticky icky weed. Now I'm here for your sticky stuff. Hand it over or we'll take it by force. Oh my. I was going to hand it over, but to be honest with you, taking it by force sounds like it might even be more fun. I haven't met Brandon Rogers, Lucy. Just chatted with him a couple times in comments he's left on our videos and stuff, but I haven't met him personally, no. Planning on it, Loki. Says, are you going to get some Dr. Stone Funko Pops? Yeah, I would love to. Love to. Corbin says, are you ever going to watch Bleach? It's really good. It's one of my favorite anime ever, just below Naruto, but it's still really good, and it's coming back in 2021. I just recorded episode 205 today. Let me see. What would I record today? Oh, here it is. Excuse me, guys. 211. I'm to episode 211. So yes, I do plan on watching Bleach at some point. Willie says, hey Curtis, what's up? I'm from Germany. I watched your Naruto reactions a long time. I think they're really good. Well, thanks. I appreciate it. Naruto was fun. It was just a fun series. And that'll always have a special place for me because that's the first anime series that I really watched in totality from start to finish, and it was a good time. Good morning, High Rise. Good to see you. Brother, he says, One Punch Man Season 2 was decent, but the quality of animation, that's what I've heard, is the quality of animation took a dive. And the pacing in comparison to the first season in the manga was really faulty. Overall, the characters introduced made it watchable. Well, that would explain a lot about what we're talking about. You know, how the hype was real. And when, you guys remember probably even better than I do, when it was getting close to release time for OPM Season 2, I mean, it was just off the charts. It's all we were all talking about. And then once it came out, there just wasn't that much conversation. Again, I didn't hear a lot of people trashing it other than the animation, but there just wasn't the enthusiasm that there seemed to be before. Episode 7 of Dr. Stone, I got to remember the numbers. I believe so, Chrome. I believe that was the last one I watched. Let me look. No, actually, no, I've seen right through 8. That's right. I've seen right through episode 8 of Dr. Stone. I haven't posted them all yet, but that's how far I've watched. You should not watch the new Gamer Poop Skyrim 20. I love your reaction. Brendan, they haven't come, unless I missed the notification or didn't get it, they haven't come out with a new Gamer Poop Skyrim since the one I watched, have they? I don't remember the numbers. Joseph says, I forgot you also give shout outs. Well, I mean, as far as, excuse me, guys, got something in my eye. Joseph, as far as I shout out names all the time, well, this is what we do on the chat streams is we just have conversation, and I come in here and read like this, your super chat, and then random chats that I see as they go by. So in that respect, I do shout outs, but not formally, where, you know, like on the intro of a video or something like that. Till the end of time, please react to Psycho Mob Psycho 100 till the end of time. Great series. I've seen both seasons of that. Excellent series. Fantastic series. That was one of those far exceeded expectation series for me. Mob Psycho 100 and Avatar are the two that strike me as having gone so far above and beyond what I was expecting. Punster says, Curtis, Brandon made a new video and it's one of the funniest he's ever made. Yeah, again, I don't watch all Brandon videos, obviously, as he releases them because we react to them. But I'm always paying attention to Brandon, and there'll always be more Brandon reactions. I love the guy. Gimster says, whenever you get a chance after this boomer remover disease disperses, if you plan on coming over to the West Coast Canada, I'll show you around. I've been to Canada, but only East Coast Canada and Montreal specifically. That's it. That's been the extent of my adventures in Canada, and that's been years and years now. What struck me about Montreal is how clean it was. Again, it's been a long time. I don't know if it's still that way, but it just was like a spotless city. I would like to do a lot more traveling, Gimster. My wife and I would like to, at some point, be able to buy a motorhome and be able to just take off out on the road for extended periods. And if I see the channel and the goosh are so important to me that everything that I do or plan in life I'm always concerned as to how they fit in because I have no plans on. I enjoy this too much, but with the technology they have in the motorhomes they make now, there'd be no reason I wouldn't be able to make videos while we're on the road. You know, the laptops have plenty of memory, fast enough video cards, have everything I need. The webcam cameras on them are excellent now. They have everything I need to continue making videos as we go. So that's something we'd like to do. They're wildly expensive, though, the goddamn motorhomes. Is a hot dog a sandwich? That's been asked before, Morgan. For me, just for me, I say no. I love hot dogs. Give me the hot dog. I was gonna say I seem to like phallic-shaped foods, but that's not always true because I don't like pickles. I don't like cucumbers are okay. Sausage and hot dogs though are excellent. So I'm hit and miss on phallics. I say no because to me a sandwich is on bread and a hot dog is only quality on roll. You only had a hot dog on bread if like you were like me and you grew up and your family had no money. And it's like if we have hot dogs in the house and we have bread but we don't have rolls, you're getting your hot dog on bread. With nobody going down to the store to buy rolls, you were just going to eat that shit and you're going to eat it welfare style on a bread, on a slice of bread. So for me, it's a no because sandwiches are on classically shaped bread and hot dogs are on rolls. Those are my rules. That's what I'm going with. Hey, Ty, I have not had In-N-Out Burger. Right? I have to remember there's two that In-N-Out is the one I still haven't had. Shake Shack was the one I just recently had for the first time. But no, I haven't had In-N-Out. Everybody says it's really good, and me and burgers and pizza. That's the ultimate food fantasies for me. So, so Gio says my boy and his pastor are running a train on this chick on Saturday. Should I go? Yes, all aboard. Whoop, whoop. And I usually don't promote trains, but in this case, I will. Oh, I forgot. A hot dog is a sideways sandwich. I like that, Andrew. I like that. I'd like to shake your shack, Lude says. I want to see what other people are saying. Sideways sandwich. A sandwich is 3 layers, 2 breads, and a filling. Yeah, see, it seems like you guys seem to agree with me. Morgan says, I also enjoy wieners. Yeah, me too. I also agree. Hot dog is not a sandwich. It's a hot dog and taco. Ian says, Ian, stop it. Yeah, Pop-Tarts or ravioli scrubs. You guys always make me laugh. Yeah. To me, that's just my rules on it. Now, did you guys ever have to do that? Maybe that was just me, but that was a welfare hot dog. Same thing would happen with your hamburgers. You know, because again, I grew up. My family had no money, so if we were going to have dinner and there was some hamburger left in the freezer in the fridge, my mom would be out there making patties, and it's like, and I would say, "Oh, Mom, do we have hamburger rolls?" Because I love hamburgers. No, we got bread. That's fine. It's like, but it isn't fine. It's the same thing. A roll is just bread, but it's not. It's baked entirely different. Has a different structure, a different texture, a different taste to it. I want my goddamn rolls, and I wouldn't get them. You'd have, and like Eddie Murphy said, it'd be on 2 slices of bread, and he was right. The hamburger juice would drip down your arm and stuff because the bread wasn't fucking nasty. Brother E says best fast food breakfast spot, IHOP or Denny's. Who I like them both, but for me, IHOP by a little bit. I really like IHOP, and we don't have either one of them very close to us, so it's rare I get either one. But yeah, it's IHOP for me. Is mayonnaise an instrument of destruction, an instrument of disgust? I've told you that before. That's a puke response for me. If I eat some mayonnaise, it'll be like, oh, I fucking hate it. That's right up there with American cheese. Ian just stole what I was going to say. Never had burgers on bread. Sounds terrible. Don't do it, Big Green. Don't even try it for scientific purposes or anything. No, it's wrong on every level. It's terrible. Purely Lifted says, what's funny is I went through the same stuff when I was younger. See, I'm not the only one then. Yeah, that was, again, my family, we didn't have any money, so you used whatever was available. What was really scary was somebody like me. You guys know I have extremely limited tastes. When there wouldn't be a lot of food in the house, my mom would be throwing together whatever we had. And some of the concoctions that, it wasn't good. Purely Lifted said hot dogs and regular bread are what we grew up on. Don't judge. Well, I can't judge Purely Lifted. That's what I'm saying. I ate them too. I just didn't like it. Hot dogs on rolls are far superior to hot dogs on bread. I had to do it, but I didn't like it. Brax has his feet on his monitor. Punch him. No, he doesn't have his feet on his monitor. Yeah, the depth there is a little too much. No, I've never had Panda Express, Jonathan. Oh, well, that's what's that? That's Chinese, right? Again, my tastes are so limited. I don't eat. The only thing I'll eat from Chinese food places is the sweet and sour chicken, and now through no fault of their own, just because it's one of the. There's a few foods that as I've gotten older, sometimes just don't sit well with me because I'm an old man, and the sweet and sour chicken is unfortunately one of them. So I don't even get that as much as I used to. Let's see. American Operator says, "Can we simp for you?" Well, yeah. Chrome says, basically One Punch Man switched from one of the best animation studios, Madhouse, Hellsing Hunter x Hunter, Card Captor, Hajime no Ippo, to one of the worst quality ones for season 2, JC Staff, Kill Me Baby. See, that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Hey, Ojo says, did Brax tell you to change the arrangement in the room so you can avoid a punch? No, actually, the changing of the arrangement was my idea, and I'm hoping to get caught up so I can start doing it again. But right here to my left now, I have the green screen set up all the time. It was such a pain in the ass whenever I would want to green screen something the way it was before. And now I've got the green screen to where I can use it whenever I want. So Jill says, next post. My boy's plug is his pastor, so he only smokes holy weed mandated by God. Hey, if you can bless water and make it holy water, you can bless weed and make it holy weed. Holy shit. Hand over all your Hunter merchandise, you boomer. Vertigo says, Hunter, that's my show right there. Love that show. How many of you guys, we were just talking about the shirt earlier, how many of you guys have seen Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid? I'm just curious. Favorite meat? Andrew. Besides penis, you mean? My favorite meat, that's tough because meats are something that I just enjoy to no end, but it's red meat. I love burgers, love steaks, but I love turkey. I love chicken. There's not much that I don't like, unfortunately. Bless the cow, Shark says. But you haven't seen it, Big Green? Boy, I'll tell you guys. Gimster's seen it. Ocho has not. White Lightning has. Yes, seen it, Nate? Meat is for Chads. Do I fold the pizza? Depends, brother E. Depends on how greasy it is and stuff like that. Depends. Sometimes I do. But I was just wondering what you guys think. I'm just enamored with that anime, with that Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. As I've told you guys before, there's something that was, and again, it goes beyond. Yes, I like the boobies on Toru and her big boobied friend there. I always forget her name, but that has very little to do with it. Miss Kobayashi's character just struck me immediately as so kind of sad, just going through the grind every day with nothing that you could tell to look forward to or anything. And I don't know. It just made me have a lot of empathy for her and made me want to root for her, and it just hooked me in right away. Oh, Morgan, that's an oldie. I haven't heard that one in a long time. That one's brutal. What's the hardest part about eating a vegetable? The wheelchair. American operator, her big booby friend there, Curtis 2020. Oh, in fairness, operator, you could attribute that quote to me for any year, and it would still be apropos. I'm sure I've said it. I'm sure I've said it at least once a year, probably almost once a month. Favorite character from Naruto? We did a poll on that once. You guys helped me determine it, and it turned out to be, not surprisingly, Hashirama. Yes, Brax's green screen, Oto. Absolutely. Chrome says, want to pick up the Kobayashi's Dragon Maid manga eventually. Can't wait for season 2 to happen. Probably will take a while since Jackass burned a third of the staff alive. Yeah, that's horrible. Yeah, Chrome. Oh, God, it's just such a good series. She's such a great character, Miss Kobayashi. And again, I don't even know why. I connected with her in empathy, which is unusual for, that to be your initial take, I guess, particularly on the main protagonist. But yeah, with her it was. Hey, Demi, good to see you, my friend. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I need to. Well, thanks, Brandon. That's nice of you to say. Will it play? It's hard for me to watch new animes because my eternal rewatches of Cowboy Bebop. That's understandable. Speaking of which, it looks like the Netflix live action version won't have Ed. No, are you serious? They're gonna leave Radical Ed out of Cowboy Bebop? You got to be fucking kidding me. I probably won't watch it then. I mean, I will. I'll be a little bitch and won't watch. She's my favorite character. Why the fuck would they leave Ed out of it? I didn't know that, Willie. Jesus Christ! I was gonna say that'd be like, having a live action Naruto and leaving out Sakura, but then it'd be like, yay! So no, I'm only kidding, Sakura fans. Whoa, that's. Dimmy said, just saying hi. And then he says, hi. Sorry, I'm high. I like it, Dimmy. Doing good, Brickmaster. That was good. Yeah, Radical Ed is a girl, Andrew. She's a great character. She cracks me right up. She was my favorite thing in that show. In all seriousness, I don't think I'll watch it. I won't bother with it if Ed's not in it. Silly spam. Oh, I didn't get to see it because Lick said silly spammers. Lick said silly spammers, so I assume that's why I didn't see it. Spammer got bitch slapped. A girl with a man name and a boy like physique. Yeah. Yep. She's a younger character. But she personifies the word quirky, right, guys? Isn't that the best way to describe her? And she's so quirky, cute, and so fun-loving, and just such a great character. Chrome says Netflix live-action anime stuff is trash. I know it has been so far. Death Note was bad. I started watching a little bit of that once, and I turned it right off. So is the FMA movie. That I didn't see. Cowboy Bebop live action is removing smoking because it's not politically correct. Also, I lost you. Also, Faye's outfit and other stuff. Yeah, fuck that. I won't even bother with it then. That just, aside from the other stuff, what Willie said, that just destroyed it for me. I mean, why? I'm sure you guys can concur. Why would you watch any iteration of one of your favorite animes if they're going to take out your favorite character in the whole goddamn series? No, I agree. High Rise says, is it even worth watching without Ed? And to me, honestly, no. And it's not even just being a little bitch throwing a fit. I'm not interested in it without Ed. Brother E says, Curtis, find it interesting how you lean more towards females in anime as your favorite characters besides waifu, more so than male anime characters. I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. I'd have to run down the list. You can start with Naruto, where again you got a male as my favorite, Hashirama. One Piece as a male is my favorite. Hunter x Hunter has a male at my favorite. So I don't know. I don't know that the females would be overwhelming favorites at all. I'm just running them through in my head as I go. The ones where I know I have a distinct favorite in Death Note is Ryuk. So chocolate one for Shinigami. Yes, but Radical Ed is clearly my favorite in Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, I'd have to think it through. I'd have to go through them all. And even though in like Hellsing, Ceres is my favorite character, but it's just by this much over Alucard. That one's close. Amber says, I love your videos. Hope you guys are staying safe. Can I get a shout out, please? Sure. Say hi to Amber Butler, everybody. Oh, thank you, Amber. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're staying as safe as we possibly can. I'm thinking of, instead of a mask, I'm just going to go outside in a giant condom. I'm kind of a dick anyway. Let's see. Cthulhu says, have you seen Primal? No, I have not. It was made by the creator of Samurai Jack, and some of it makes Hellsing gore look kid-friendly. The story is amazing. I still think... Guys, tell me if I'm forgetting something, but I'm trying to think of the most twisted anime I've seen as far as the violence, gore, and the activities. I think it's got to be Berserk. What would be up there with Berserk that I've seen? You guys know my history. I can't think of anything that was more fucked up than Berserk. Consistently fucked up than Berserk. Yeah, I can't think of anything. Yeah, Berserk. Everybody's saying the same thing. I can't think of anything more so than that. I'm just trying to run through my head what I've seen. Yeah, not from me, Chrome. Now, as far if you're talking favorites, Hellsing Ultimate might be even more favored to me than Berserk, but not more twisted to me than Berserk was. It was just so disturbing so much of the time. I haven't seen Tokyo Tribe 2 other than one specific scene, Willie. There's one scene in Tokyo Tribe 2 that I know rather well. If that's indicative of the whole series, I can imagine if I watched it, that would have to be a major contender. Why would you dare me to watch JoJo when I've already completed JoJo? that was an easy dare to accomplish. That's another one where a male is my favorite. Polnarefu is my favorite in JoJo. Will more Toradora be sponsored? I believe so, Morgan. I believe so. Let me check my list here. I saw you had a super chat, brother. I'll be right back to it. Yeah, as far as I know, Will hasn't said anything to me about not being able to sponsor it anymore. So as far as I know, it's still going. And yes, Toradora is really good. Very good. That's going to be one of my next t-shirt purchases is from Toradora. Want a contestant for Berserk Watch Monster, brother? That's been mentioned to me before. We've talked about it in streams, I think, before, but I don't really know anything about it. And that's why it was mentioned to me, because it's so twisted. But I think of the ones that I have seen, though, I just can't think of anything that was more fucked up than Berserk. And the thing about it was, you got to give them credit in Berserk, because it isn't fucked up just for the sake of being fucked up. It's part of the story. I mean, if it wasn't that twisted, it wouldn't make sense within the story. It was really, really well done and really disturbing. Ocho says I should really read Berserk if Curtis finds it disturbing, twisted. And what they tell me, Ocho, is it's much worse in the manga. I obviously I haven't read the manga. I'm just going by what others have said, and they said as bad as the anime is, the manga is way worse. It's messed up. But again, to me, they don't do it just for the sake of trying to shock you. The story is great, but wow, it's a mess. Oh shit. Yeah. Well, oh, she stand up. Oh, Umi, you finally stood up. You want to come see everybody? Come here, Ooms. Umi, come here. Come see everybody. Well, I'll let you out when he comes back. What do you want to go out for? Got the air on in here, nice and cool. Wait, come up so everybody can see you. She doesn't. Come here, buddy. Come on up. Ready? Oh, over here. Umi, this way. Come on up. Come on up, Ooms. Come here. Put your feet on me, you goof. Just say hi to everybody. I know, it's a good baby, huh? What? You want to say something to... Here, say something to Afro Mike. Tell him to get bent. Want to bite him? Bite Afro Mike. You don't care. You scared of that too? In case you guys didn't know, the giant dinosaur dog is afraid of everything. All right, you can get down. I'll quit bugging you. Now she's just gonna sit there and look. Oh, it's a baby pony, pretty much, American Operator. Pretty much. Hold on. Did I go back and grab Brotheries? Oh yes, for Monster. I just want to make sure. I told you I would go back and grab your post, and it'd be just like me to have forgotten. All right, now let me catch up. Gimster says, turns out you can't share vid clips on PlayStation, so I started to upload videos to my YouTube channel. I'm going to put a gameplay clip of Ghost of Tsushima. I don't think I've ever heard of that one, Gimster. Ghost of Tsushima? Yeah, I don't think I've heard of that game. Interesting. Brother E says Attack on Titan was pretty messed up too. Not Berserk level, but it's graphic. Yeah, I was thinking of that one, Brother E. That is when I said it, I was thinking back to that, and yes, that is messed up. But like you said, I agree with you. It's messed up, but it's just not Berserk level messed up. Yeah, some of the Titan meals and shit were pretty freaking extreme in that one. Thomas says, if you want a well-rounded anime, you should look at Elfen Lied. It's got gore, nudity, and a pretty interesting story. So I've been told again. We've had lots of conversation about that one, Thomas. I don't know a lot about it, but again, it's one of the ones that, just like what you posted here, when people talk about it, it's typically in a positive vein. So, well, good to have you aboard, Official BD. Good to see you. Not the Cool Whip. Another good name. Not the Cool Whip. Hey, Curtis, just been watching your Pink Guy reactions. He needs to return. Yeah, I don't think we'll ever see him back, though, my friend. I completely, I think it was really cool the way Papa Franco went out. He explained to the fan base why he was doing what he did, and as much as it sucks for all of us, because it's so brilliantly funny, I understand why he had to do what he had to do, and I just keep hoping the best for him in his music career. John Pierre Ponarefu says, big question, have you ever tried to watch Avatar? It's pretty nice showing as a short watch. Yes, as a matter of fact, we were talking about it earlier, that Avatar and Mob Psycho 100 are typically the anime I think of, and yes, I know from Avatar is not technically an anime to some people. Doesn't matter. I'm still covering it with that cloth. That Avatar and Mob Psycho 100 are probably the most overachieving series that I've watched, as far as we're so much better than I expected. Not that I expected either one of them to be bad. It's just they were so much better than I even thought they were going to be. Chrome says, most part you've only seen mainstream shonen anime. Yeah, pretty much. So not surprised you haven't seen anything more messed up. Shonen Jump is aimed mainly at teen boys, so nowhere near as dark as seinen adult anime. No, I agree with that, Chrome, and that's true too, because and I appreciate that, because I'm able to get. That's why I also believe I haven't seen an anime yet that I haven't liked. It's just because everything I get is through recommendations. And it's not blind recommendations. I mean, we all get to know each other here. You guys know my likes. I know a lot of you guys' individual likes. So when something gets recommended, there's a really good chance I'm going to like it. So I've been really fortunate with that. Again, as I've said, if you take my list of all the anime I've seen, and it's gotten pretty substantial now, then even if you take the bottom one, I still enjoyed it. Whatever is last is still an anime I enjoyed. I just didn't enjoy it as much as the others. Vertigo says Ghost of Tsushima is really popular right now. I hadn't even heard of that. And a lot of dumbass feminists, of course, getting butthurt because it's made by whites and apparently isn't historically accurate, but Japanese peeps love it. I don't know, guys. There's so many issues with our current society and the sensitivity of so many ass wipes out there. It's just, it makes me crazy. Oink says, I think it would be really cool if you made vlogs of traveling places if you were to actually get the mobile home. Don't know if other people would be interested to see that as I would be. Oh, if we had a motorhome, I would do that, Oink. Because I have fun doing that. Like when we just went to Niagara Falls and just shooting a little video of the falls and stuff like that. I love doing stuff like that. Especially, hell, a lot of you guys have been with me for a number of years now. You guys are my extended family. So yeah, that would absolutely be it. I've been looking into them. but because I'm old, I don't want to have payments forever. So I would be, the down payment alone would probably be about 38 grand. So it'll be a while before I could tuck enough money away to get one. But that's our goal. That's our goal. Well, we'll do we'll do a recreational vehicle live stream, and I'll try and get donations up to $38,000. There you go. I could live stream without any sleep or anything for like 2 months, couldn't I? Be more than that. Want to hear a joke? The Washington football team, yeah, brother. For those who don't know what brother he's talking about, the Washington Redskins are going to give in to pressure finally and change their name. Well, in the interim, before they decide on the new official name, they're just going to be called the Washington football team, because that's not too boring and on the nose or anything. Washington brand football team, TM Chrome says. It is their name now. That's so stupid. Excuse me. The Cool Up says, I'll give you the first 50 cents. We're almost there, brother. We're almost there. I don't know the quality will be like yet, Chrome says, but Junji Ito, one of the biggest horror manga creators, is finally going to get some of his work adapted into anime soon. So that could beat Berserk for you. Really? I like how you guys are so on top of the workings within the anime industry. It's interesting to me. I learn a lot of stuff from having these streams. Vertigo says, yeah, you should watch Monster. It's a signing, and it really fucks with your brain because the villain is Griffith level good. It's about a brain surgeon who saves a child who ends up being a killer. That's interesting. That's cool plot line. I like that. Not the Cool Whip. Yes, yeah. One Punch Man. We were talking about it earlier in the stream before you came in. Cool Whip. I love One Punch Man, and we're just talking about how it was unfortunate. I haven't seen season 2 yet, but the gang was telling me how it's unfortunate that they dropped off the animation quality in season 2. Hey, Caesar, good to see you. We're doing a lot of gaming videos right now, Purple Fox, but my gaming videos aren't necessarily videos; they're always live streams. But I mean, they become videos once we're done live streaming. They go to the channel. Well, for those of you who haven't been following along, what we're doing in Minecraft right now, I'm playing the hardcore mode. But the last episode, some of the gang was telling me about different things they'd encountered in the sea, and so that kind of captivated me. I like that idea. I don't think I've ever visited the sea, the ocean in Minecraft. So I abandoned my house that I had just built in a cave, and I am now a sojourner. I'm just on the move, on the trek, looking for an ocean. That's our next goal, is to find an ocean. And when I find it, when I find an ocean, that's where I'm going to set up shop, and that's where I'm going to live until I die there, or if I die trying to get there, I'll be looking for an ocean in the New World. Gibster says, I really want to see your reaction to Higurashi. It's a great horror anime with a plot that has you guessing on where it'll go and what's all happening. Yeah, and that's what I mean, Gibster. Any genre is good to me if it's well done. And just what you're describing there, guessing where it'll go, what's all happening, that type of stuff. If it does that well, yeah, I'm completely on board. I love stuff like that. Sajil says, RV orgy, Corona, and STDs. Here I come. That would be cool too. If someday I did end up doing that, we're traveling via RV. It would be fun to have the channel and the Goosh, because keeping you guys posted on where we're heading. Obviously, there would be way more opportunities to meet a lot of you guys. That would be part of the fun too. Could make yourself a private home in the middle of the sea. Yeah, Chrome. I'm looking forward to it. It's really piqued my interest. That whole idea with finding an ocean. I had never really thought about it before, but yeah, I want to live seaside, or like you say, who knows? I might do that. Make myself a private little island in the middle of the sea. That would be great. Ducky's Quack says, have you seen the Dragon Ball Super manga chapter 22? The manga, no, I just don't have, Ducky, I don't have time. There's a lot of manga I want to read. Most specifically, I want to read, I've already got it downloaded. I want to read where Hunter x Hunter left off. And I got through the first few pages, and I just haven't had time to sit down and read it again. So I never get any time to read manga. I watch a lot of anime, but I don't get any time for reading. Virgo says, before I leave and join the next Minecraft stream, make a boat so you can go about 3 times faster on water. It's insanely good, especially if you need to find more stuff in the ocean. Yeah, I'll definitely make a boat. I got it right now. I'm trying to walk. I think you were with us the other day, Vertigo, but I'm trying to walk to that because I built straight up so I could, look as far out on the horizon as I could. And I'm walking towards some water I had found. So if that is as big a body as I think it is, and it's connected for an extended period, I will make a boat and we'll boat our way through trying to find the ocean. Jara says, I'm thinking about getting my master's degree in game design. That'd be cool. What do you think? Is it worth it? I'm also considering entertainment business matters. If you want my personal opinion on it, Jar, and again, I never want to try and dissuade anybody from doing whatever they want to do. The only thing is, I think if you get a master's in game design, and this is what I said to Brax, because he's in that similar field, you might be paying for education, or even if you're not paying for it, committing time to education that you don't necessarily need. Excuse me, I'm sorry, guys. It looks impressive, don't get me wrong. Maybe it will land you a job that you otherwise wouldn't have gotten. But in something like game design, a master's degree isn't a necessity. If you have a company that is looking to hire a game designer, they're going to want to see what you've done. They're going to want to see your resume. They're going to want to see your work. And whether you have a master's degree or a lesser degree, I don't think it's going to be that much of a determining factor. When you get into fields like if you're in a legal field, if you're a lawyer, obviously if you're in a medical field, something like that, that master's degree, even if you're an engineer, I think that master's degree difference is worth more than in something like game design. I would never dissuade anybody from furthering their education. But do I think you need the master's? No. If you want to get the master's, I say go for it. Entertainment business masters. And see, and the thing is too, you can always research it too, Jar. There are places online, I know you can find out what expected salary will be for each level of education in a field and see if I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that master's degree does bump up your potential pay enough that it's worth it. Punster says, Curtis, there's so much I want to do. I want to make games, write books, direct movies. I can't seem to focus on just one. What do I do? Well, I think, Punster, when you're starting out on anything like that, because I always had a lot of interest too, it's best if you can pick one that you want to focus on, but I would never let go of the others. Because the only reason I say that is you pick one and you can really focus on it and really, it's fast kid, and you can really grind away at it and make yourself a career in it. That just sets you up better to be able to incorporate some of the other things you want into your life. They're all wildly competitive fields, so it's not like one is going to be easier to get into than the other. The only thing you can say is at least with writing books, you can always self-publish. So at least you can get the satisfaction of getting it out there while you try and get it out there to a bigger market. Ducky Squack says, who you got, Robert Whitaker or Darren Till? I'm not sure what we're talking about there, Ducky. I have no idea what we're talking about on that one. I'm not sure what you mean, pal, who they are. Brother, he says, typically for technology careers, master's degree don't matter as much as building a portfolio and experience with different projects. Exactly. That's where I'm at, Brother E. Master's could potentially get you an exec level, but not at SR level. That's exactly where I am. I think for me, and again, I don't want to dissuade anybody from furthering their education. I just don't think it's as valuable to go to that next level in that field. Brian says, hey, old friend, good to see you, pal. Just moved to Georgia from PA. I actually got down here and avoided Wyoming this time. Can you give a shout out to, sure, Continuum Media. Yeah, shout out to Continuum Media. What Continuum Media? What form of media, Brian? What is that? What is Continuum Media's area of expertise? Gimster says, please don't bring up engineers with me around. I work in construction, and when they get involved, they always add in stupid things. Oh, Gimster. I could tell you a couple of stories about, I've had some go-rounds with the civil engineers. I told you I work for a local municipality. I work for a local city, and we had idiot engineers. However, I should point out that at the time, the pay scale to be a civil engineer in the city I worked in was like, I think they were getting 45, 50 grand a year. And the national average for civil engineers was 100. So you weren't getting the best and brightest. And I've had a couple of go rounds with them. The one if you guys are interested, I can tell you too. I always think I'm funny. Apparently the rest of the world doesn't always agree. I got turned in to the mayor and to my general foreman by two different engineers. One was, I'll take a minute and tell you guys a story. I think you'll enjoy it. The city I worked in, the Mohawk River runs right through the city. It's split north side and south side. There's a big bridge coming over the river, of course. Well, I was working in the water department. A big 18-inch main runs right under the bridge, and it sprung a leak. Well, that's a very specific type of job because to fix it, they actually have a crane that comes up over the bridge, circles around, and you fix it from there. So we had to call in a contractor. Well, it was going to be months before we could get the contracting work done. So we wanted to at least put what is almost a literal Band-Aid on it. There's just a big band you can put around a pipe and stop a leak. So there on the bridge, there's a manhole. Once you open the manhole, it drops you down a little ladder onto this little walkway. It only covers certain sections of the bridge. It's all old. It's old steel walkways, with that graded metal. So they wanted the water department to go down there and take care of it. So we get there on the job, and the mayor himself came out and said, listen, or no, it's herself at the time. It was our female mayor. She said, we cannot tell any of you to do this. If it's entirely voluntary because it's out of the scope of our regular work and it could be dangerous. So they said, if you don't want to do it, that's cool. So our foreman, I was the heavy equipment operator. I'm not even supposed to be putting on the Band-Aids. I'm supposed to be operating, digging the holes and stuff with the backhoes. And so they asked all the guys. Everybody says, no, pass. No, I'm not doing it. And you guys know me, I'm an idiot, and I like a new adventure. I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I'll do it. I'll go put the sleeve on. So we parked one of our trucks. The bridge is on a hill. We parked it uphill, tied a rope off to it, and then they put a harness on me and everything. I go down in. Boy, the thing that scared, the water was just pounding down there, and it was freezing. It was winter, but the water was freezing cold. It sucked all the air right out of my lungs immediately. That was freaky. But anyway, I go down. I fix it. Now you have to picture, this is the Northeast. That steel grates that I'm walking on down there are all rusted to shit because the salt gets thrown down on the road over and over all winter for years. That salt's just degrading it. So you got a huge roaring river right below you. That's why I had to have the harness. Plus, I'm 280 pounds. Who the fuck knows if the harness is going to hold me anyway? So I'm down there. I just about get done with the repair job, and this idiot of an engineer we had shows up, and he's looking down the hole, and I didn't like the guy anyway. And I'm finishing up, and he's asking me questions and stuff, and I'm just like blowing him off. And so I'm just about done, and he gets ready to come down, or he pokes his head even further, and he says, hey, is it all right if I come down there with you? This is a civil engineer. You can look and see how damaged from salt this walkway that we're on is. Is it all right if I come down there with you? I said, you know what? Have a good time. Come right on down. I said, because if this thing lets go, I'm going to get a wedgie. You're going to fucking die. I said, so why don't you come right on down? Let's see how it works out. And he got all pissed off. It was a stupid fucking question. Why would you put another person down on there? I mean, what an idiot. So he went right from there, and he goes and rats on me like a little bitch to the mayor. And he tells the mayor, he says, well, I want him reprimanded. And the mayor said, and the mayor, first of all, appreciated the fact that I was willing to do it. And she's like, I'm going to reprimand him for what? And he goes, insubordination. She goes, it was a stupid question. She goes, I'm not reprimanding anybody. She goes, so I don't know. But yeah, I had more than one run in with engineers. I can sympathize. But yeah, I have no tact. I don't give a shit if he fucking died. If you're that fucking stupid, you want to stand down on, again, a metal platform that is obviously structurally compromised, go ahead. Fall in the river. What do I give a shit? Can you react to Pokemon Abridged by Elite 3? No. I'm not looking for anything new to react to, and we've had nothing but issues with strikes on a Bridge series. Brian says, short form video content for creatives. Oh, okay, this is what your company is. Continuum Media, you said, right? Short form video content for creatives and entrepreneurs showcase their talents. Oh, that's cool. P.S. Susan didn't tell me about the stream again. Yeah, big surprise, Brian. Big surprise, especially after the bitch and I did about her the other day. Big surprise. That's cool. Short form video content for creatives. He's talking about Continuum Media, guys. We were talking about it a little bit ago. Excuse me. Jar says, I'm currently completing my bachelor's degree in digital cinematography. Very cool. I was thinking about starting in gaming. Also want to start a production company, which is why I'm considering entertainment business as well. You'd be well-rounded, Jar. Yeah, you'll have your education covered from every angle. Yeah, I think you're doing the right thing. I would, but just for me, I just strictly my opinion. And please, again, don't make right decisions based on me. But if you're asking my opinion, I would do just what you're doing. I would want to have my education in several different connected areas, more so than to achieve master's level in any one of them for what you're talking about with entertainment. I mean, that's just me. If I was going to put that extra time into school, it'd be doing just what you're doing. Get the entertainment business end of it. You already got digital cinematography, gaming. Before I'd work on going next level in any one of them. Gimster says, if I had your number, I'd share some stories with engineers on stream over the phone. Oh, engineers on stream over the phone. Yeah. On here I can't even. Work in, because we used to do that when we'd have calls. I'd do it on Skype. Jesus Christ, I hate when names just avoid me. But I can't even do that on here because I'm using YouTube's own streaming setup. Hey, there's animation. Good to see you. Degrees in game design is worth less than portfolio stuff. I would think so, Chrome. Formal education is good for getting software licenses for free. So more art stuff, good for connections. Though, look for Polycount forums. Yeah, see that's what I would say. I would just think it seems like Jar is going the right way. Getting an education in all those different disciplines would certainly, especially if he's talking about setting up his own production company. Well, thanks, Nez. I appreciate that. Oh, I got to tell you guys too. I unfortunately, the stream's about to close. I got to tell you why. I got to remind you guys. Today is the rehearsal day for the wedding that I am officiating. For those of you who don't know, we have a good friend of ours. She asked me to be the officiant at her wedding. So I went online, got certified. So, I can legally officiate weddings, and the wedding is tomorrow. Rehearsals tonight. So if any of you, if you want to get married, if you want to baptize somebody, I'll dunk anybody in water that you want. Or what else can an officiant do? Can I fight Satan? Whatever you need me to do, I'm ready. Because when you and your wife start traveling, I recommend visiting Zion National Park in Utah. Absolutely, I've heard of Zion National Park. Smoky Loki, I haven't been through Utah in a long time since I lived in California, but I've never been there, but I've heard of it. Poppy Black says, I've worked alongside some stupid people. You've been there. There was one girl in the course I was doing. We never let her cut the fruit or vegetable because I felt she'd cut a finger. I can't throw too many stones there, Poppy. That kind of sounds like me. Kaysen says, I have a new job today. Glad to hear about your wedding gig. You could exorcise my demons. Oh, I didn't even think about exercising. I could be an exorcist, Kaysen. Oh, I'll throw some because if I held holy water, the holy water is going to know that I'm a fraud, and it would just like burn through my flesh and stuff. Probably not a stream tomorrow, brother. The wedding's at 2, and I'm going to do my regular routine. But typically, by the time I get done getting everything done for the day, I got the videos I record, all the editing I do. Probably not a stream tomorrow. I would be surprised. I'm going to try Sunday. We have a G100 sponsored stream over at the Discord. I'm going to try and do one here too. I want to play some more Minecraft, but probably not tomorrow. I didn't even think about that either, Lix. She says, do you need to, do you get to wear a priest's robe? I don't really want to, because if I'm going to wear some kind of weird clothing, I want to be clothing that will attract MILFs, not little kids. So no, probably won't bother. Let's see. Curtis punches Satan this Sunday. Did someone say priest? The Jill says. If you do, can I borrow it when you're done? Rick says, woohoo. Are you ever bringing Hunter to the YouTube channel? I tried that on a number of occasions. One time we tried it, got our Vimeo account closed. Another time we tried it, just got me blocks and strikes, and no, there's no way. Something sexual is happening here, Weed Smoking Man says. Goosh, high rise. Queef Spagdar. Fuck you, Johnny Bravocado, you fucking soldier trash. Well, I would counter that with fuck you, Queef Spagdar. Let's see. Oh, we can't ban you. You're hidden. Get the fuck out of here. Johnny's been around here forever. Who the fuck are you coming in talking shit to somebody? Go fuck yourself. Ultra Sage says you should play Xenoverse 2. It's a very good game. Everybody says, wait a second. I gotta keep the games right. No, I get the games mixed up. Xenoverse 2, I played Xenoverse 1, right, guys? Wasn't that the one I was playing? Because I'm thinking of the other Dragon Ball game they came out with. I get the Fighter Z. That's what I was thinking of. Fighter Z Spaz Kid has played. Everybody's told me it was good. Xenoverse 2, you know what it was? With Xenoverse Ultra Sage, I didn't dislike it. I'm just terrible at it. When it's just because of the breakdown between my brain and my thumbs from all the chair shots, I just don't react quick enough. It just wasn't that much fun for me because I suck. Yeah, I think it was Xenoverse 2, Chrome. I think it was the one I tried. Yeah, I just no good at it. I like that, Kason. On behalf of the entire Goosh, I moved for Curtis to officially marry us all collectively as a community. I like that. It'd be that means the honeymoon's got to be just an orgy, right? Fuck yeah, I'm on. Henry Vaughn says, what's your favorite place to get pizza? Famous chain or a regular local place with just one location? Interesting, Henry. Now, if you're talking about favorite place in the whole world, it's in Italy, the Italy section of Epcot in Disney World. That pizza place there is just stupid good. More regionally, my very favorite place, they're all small, they're independent places. There's a pizza place, a series of them actually, a chain of them in New York City called Roses is my favorite. And here locally, my favorite local one, excuse me guys, is called Manhattan Pizza. It's in Amsterdam, New York, and that's my favorite one locally. Yeah, so it's all now like Roses has several locations, but it's still not a national chain. So it's all the smaller type stuff. But those are my top favorites right there. Nice. Rick Grimes has got head for the first time since quarantine. Yeah. Virtual high five. Don't even care about Corona. That's worth a high five. Willie says, orgy, I'll bring my Nigerians. God says, Curtis would be a fun cult leader. I like that. Brother E says, yeah, he played Xenoverse 1, got his ass handed to him every time. Yeah, and I don't mind losing at a game, but when I'm not even competitive at it, it's just not fun. It's just not that much fun. And actually, I've told you guys, years ago, I was never a pro gamer for goddamn sure, but I used to be pretty decent at games, but it's just the years have taken it away. LOL trolls coming in here. I have no idea what they're walking into. It's like Yamcha walking out and Goku. Yeah. Well, you're going to come in here, and you guys know that Johnny's been with us for how long? He's one of the regular heroes. Anybody that comes to do a drive-by and start ripping on one of the regulars isn't going to last here very long at all. Fuck them. Yeah, I have zero patience for that. Again, this is like my extended family. That's like coming into my house and calling my wife or my kids names. You've had it, Johnny? He said Rose's Pizza, some good fucking shit. Oh, the one specifically that I like, it used to be, its old location used to be, there's a Kmart they built in Midtown Manhattan years ago. Everybody was pissed off. But it used to be right next door to it. There's a little alleyway on the side of Kmart, and it was in that little plaza. And now they moved it directly down underground because it's in almost the same location, but underground in the Penn Station. Oh, it's so good. God damn, it's good. You have a good day too, Kason. Well, thanks, Nab. Glad you're here with us. Wolverine says, since Friday, please go and push. Like I say, I don't want to encourage that, Wolverine. I'm trying to get away from that, so I'm not doing the back and forth so much with that. He escaped by putting him back there. You just have to give it to him. He escaped. No, that Kmart closed, Brother E. Had to be fairly recently. Well, the last time I was in New York, it was still open because I went into it. Well, that was a while ago now, though. I haven't been down there in a while. Had to be like within the last year or so. That one's really closed. I'm surprised. It always did really well. It was, what was it, 3 stories? Because the bottom story of Kmart is actually in Penn Station. There's a Penn Station entrance to it. I didn't know they closed that one. Huh. Were you down there then, Brother E? That was a long time ago. When they opened it, people were pissed. They didn't want Kmart in Midtown. Well, that's true too. Andrew makes a good point. He says, "Aren't all Kmart's closed?" I don't think quite all, but you're right. Most of them are. Now that you mention it. Evian says, "Hey Curtis, do you plan on reacting to Addict by Vivzipop? Excuse me, guys. I don't know. To be honest with you, I've heard a little bit about it. I've got a few other things on the lists. I don't know. I don't know if I'll be doing that one or not." Derp says, "Hello, my name is Derp. I come from the planet Food of Fuckery. Would you like some STDs?" Yes, please. That sounded very filthy Frankish. Just the way you put that together, Derp. "Oh, my name is Derp. I come from the planet Food of Fuckery. Would you like some STDs?" And that gave me a Papa Franco vibe. So Jill says they were queefing though. I wanted to watch. Brother, he says, "Yeah, it was recently, a few months ago, right before COVID. They closed it all down and everything had to go." Oh, no shit, brother. Yeah, I did not know that. I had to make a lot of people happy because, again, so many people were pissed when they put it up. But for me, it's almost not that I like Kmart. I don't. But it's kind of sad just because it was something that, again, I told you guys I used to be down there pretty much every weekend when I drove motor coach, drove tour bus. And it's just something that was a part of New York to me. So it's kind of sad that it's gone, but I'm sure I'll get over it. Yeah, I miss Papa Franco too, Milk and Frogs. I definitely do. He was just hysterical. KKK Mart, Derp says. All right, guys. Well, I do have to go. That's where I got to head right now. I got to go over to the rehearsal tomorrow. I perform my first wedding ceremony. No. Should I get no? I was gonna say, should I give out sticky stuff? But no, that's for you guys. That would be no. I'm not making sticky stuff part of the ceremony. I think that would be disrespectful to you guys because it's not only Free for All Friday sticky stuff. If you were here earlier, you heard me saying we're doing gaming streams all week. So there has been no sticky stuff given away for about a week now. This is the primo stuff. It's been bubbling. It's been bubbling. It's been fermenting. It's aged to perfection. Primo bent or pent up sticky stuff coming up all your way right now. Pampu. Sticky stuff. I'm just sorry M's not here. Sticky stuff. She missed out on some of the best sticky stuff ever. I feel bad for her. Sticky stuff for you. Sticky stuff for you. Sticky stuff for you. If anybody has containers, put a little aside for M just in case she shows up during the week this week so she can have some. Sticky stuff. As Gimster says, goosh, goodbye. Sticky stuff for everybody. Oh, the good stuff. I know you guys have probably stopped listening now because you're all enamored with your new sticky stuff. Completely understandable. I'll say it anyway, even though everybody's bathing right now in the wonderfulness of Free for All Friday sticky stuff. Because we'll bang, okay, flashy like buggy. And as always, most importantly, and this is always pent up, goosh.